What's up guys, my name is Devin, welcome back to the channel. Now today we're doing something a little bit different. This channel is mainly about photography and videography, but I am also a tech enthusiast. I do love tech and I like phones. Phones are great and I use them a lot of time for video and photo. One phone that really stood out to me back in the day that I used to use a lot for photography was the Galaxy S7 Edge that I had many years ago. Now the other day I picked up a Galaxy S7 and it's about as close to a sealed unit as you're going to get in 2026. So we're going to have a look at that today. I paid $50 for it and the price of it is actually on the box. I'm looking at it right now. It's amazing how cheap they have become. So without further ado, here we go. The Galaxy S7. Now, I had the Edge, as I said before, but this is the S7, the standard one. It's got a flat screen, not a curved screen, so it's different in that way. This is a 32 gig model, and it's the black Onyx. Do you guys remember having 32 gigs of space on your phone? Like, that was unreal. Anyway, if we look at the back of the phone, we can see that the price on this is $1,199 NZD. That's how much this phone retailed for when it came out. That is a huge difference, $50 compared to $1,199. So let's do a bit of an unboxing, have a look at it. It is obviously open, it's not sealed, but like I said, this is probably going to be the closest you're going to get to a sealed unit in 2026. It's about as sealed as it gets. So here's our box in all of its glory. Check that out. It is in such good condition still. I mean, a little bit of wear and tear on the box itself, but I mean, that's to be expected, right? So let's open it up and have a look. Magnetic side, that was something that was so good with these devices. And there's the phone. So black Onyx, beautiful phone. Still holds up to this day. Like, look at that. That is a beautiful phone, man. Beautiful black display at the back, or black glass. It's got the aluminium, I believe, on the side, so not too different from what we're looking at now with the modern devices. You've got a micro USB, remember those? Auxiliary port, remember those? And a one downward facing speaker just down there. I don't think it had much sound coming out of that bad boy. I think that was just for phones and calls. And it's off at the moment. You can see there's a physical home button down there. And what we're going to be doing in this video is getting this phone running to a point where we could potentially use it every day as a daily driver in 2026. Now, this phone standard is going to be way out of date, and there's not going to be any way of updating it in the normal sense. Yes, we're going to update it, but it's not going to be updated legitimately. So that's what we're doing in this video. We're going to be reviving this bad boy. First thing we need to do is turn it on. I have already set it up, so it's ready to go. I have also rooted the phone, so it is running Magisk, which means that we can now load custom firmwares on this device and get it running to a modern spec. And I'll show you what that might look like. So next to the Galaxy S7, you can see I have a slightly newer Galaxy Note 9 right there, and it is on at the moment. So we're just going to switch it on and have a look. This is kind of what we're looking at for this phone. So the phone was off, it is now running. This doesn't have a back glass on it, so I do still need to get that in and put that on. They're pretty cheap online, but that's the phone. It is really nice, decent phone, beautiful animations, beautiful screen, really holds up even by today's standard. And if we scroll down, open up the settings, it's a bit glitchy because it's just turned on. It's not always this bad. And if we go to about phone and into the Android version, which will be under software information, you can see here that it is running Android 15. So it is slightly newer than the Galaxy S7 is right now. I mean, not slightly, it's a huge difference. This is way beyond what a Galaxy Note 9 should be doing, but it's what we're running at the moment. I believe you can go higher, but it's not stable, so I've stuck with the 15 for now. It does have One UI 7, which means you do get all the Galaxy AI features, which is really cool. But the downside is I don't think you can do that with this phone. I think this is a little bit too old to be running such new software on it. But that doesn't mean we can't get the latest Android. It just means that we can't get the latest One UI. So what we'll look at instead is how far we can go with a stable build ROM. Obviously the latest Android. We don't have to stick with TouchWiz or One UI, I should say. This is TouchWiz at the moment. This one here, we stuck with the One UI because it is a good software. It runs really nice on this phone. It is a stable build, so you could daily this phone if you put a back glass on it. This one here, you're not going to be able to run it as a daily using One UI. You're going to need to add something else, like a Google firmware or something like that. So let's take a look and see what kind of builds we can get for this phone, and then look at how we're going to do it. Now, before we do that, I just want to open the box and show you guys what's inside, because this is still very, very good, very clean. You've got your SIM tool, which is actually in there. It's just fallen down below. You've got the headphones, the original earphones that came with the phone, and they're still sealed. Those are still sealed in there. You can see there they've got the earpod covers on. They've got an auxiliary jack inside there as well. This is standard with the device, hasn't even been opened. Absolutely awesome. We're not going to need any of this, so we're going to close it back up and then find ourselves a firmware to revive this old outdated device. Let's do it. And just a real quick FYI for you guys, if you like the look of this video, you think it looks nice, it is edited and shot on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. I'm not using any real cameras for this, I'm only using the iPhone. And if you like the look of the preset or the way that the video looks, please go into the link of the description, check out my new preset pack for your phone. It's used for Lightroom, not for videos, but it looks a lot like this video. That's a separate preset completely. But anyway, if you want your photos to look like this, you know, that organic, filmy looking kind of view that you can get with these kind of phones, you can hop into the link. There's a link there for presets for your phone. Download the link, check it out, check the presets out, try them out for your phone. Any phone works. It doesn't have to be an iPhone. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Now, if you guys wanted to follow along with this video and you wanted to do the same thing on your phone, let's say you've got one of these laying around, maybe in a drawer somewhere, or maybe it's your daily at the moment and you're just trying to upgrade it. I know I used to do this as a kid. Stick along with the video, follow the instructions, do what I'm doing, and there's a few things you're going to need coming into this. Now, the first thing you're going to need, very important, is a rooted device. So if your phone is not currently rooted, please check out a video on how to do that first. And when I say it's rooted, I mean you're going to need something like this installed on your phone, which gives your phone the ability to do things it would normally not be able to do. The other thing you need to do is make sure the battery is above 40%. You don't want to do this with a weak battery because the phone can end up dying, especially with it being a bit older. If it dies during the process of flashing the ROM, you can break the phone, and then trying to fix that is another problem entirely. The other thing you're going to need is the SD card. So we're going to use this one here. It is a micro SD attached to a bigger SD, so I can insert it into the MacBook. And the other thing you're going to need is the ROM itself. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to find the ROM and we're going to put it on this phone. Now, if you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. We're going to be posting more videos like this in the future. I do intend on posting a lot more often, so if you guys can support the channel, it'll be so much appreciated. And let's find ourselves a ROM. Okay, now because this is such an old phone, it is very difficult to try and find a ROM for it. I am trying to get the latest Android on here, or at least as close to the latest as possible. I have seen a few videos where a guy did install Android 16 on his with Lineage OS. However, his phone was different to mine. He had the Snapdragon variant. This is the Exynos. So before you guys do anything, please check out what your model number is on your phone. This is an SMG930F. It is in your model number information. You can find it on the phone inside the settings. Check that out before you do anything. So we're using this link here. I will put a link for this in the description. This is Android 14 Lineage OS 21.0. It's for S7 Exynos. So we're going to install this now. We need to download the download links. So if we go down here, we do need to get Nick Gaps, which is going to be your Google Play Store. So we'll download that first, and we're going to need to put all of this onto the SD card so that we can then later put that onto the phone. All right, so that's going to go down there first. And then we need to get the ROM. Twerp is also required. Again, guys, make sure you've got Twerp on your phone first. And we need our link for the download. Right, that took me a while to find out. So I'm going to show you guys how to find the download link. You need to click on GitHub Releases and then select the device you're using. So you've got the S7 Edge. I'm using the S7, so I'm going to click on that one. And then we're just going to click the download link, which is the top one there. So we'll click on that. I've already got the link downloaded for the gaps, so that's on there as well. You're going to need to make sure that you're flashing the ROM first, and then straight after that you're flashing gaps. That'll give you access to Google Play Store. So once that's done, we're going to put it on the SD card, put it in the phone, and we're going to wipe the phone clean and get it ready for its new build of software. Okay, so in goes the micro SD card. We're going to take this, we're going to put it in the phone, and the files are now on this device. So that's great. We'll pop those in there. Now, the ones I was messing around with before, I did have to change a few things in here, so I'm going to check that these are all correct. So that needs to be XT4. Perfect. All right, we're going to wipe the phone real quick just to make sure that it's working. We're also going to check for errors. No errors there. So you click that little button down there. No errors coming up. So then we're going to go and select the in storage, which will be microSD. And if it doesn't pick that up, you're going to need to reboot your recovery. So just click on that one there, reboot it, and it should work the next time you load it up. All right, so I've tried this so many times, guys, with different ROMs. I'm hoping that this works. Let me know down in the comments. Do you guys think this is going to work? Pause the video and let me know. All right, we're going to try this. Here we go. So we're clicking on the ROM, sliding into Flash, and hopefully we don't run into any errors. Please load. We're seeing progress bar moving there. That's a good sign. Previously, at this point, we were sitting with countless errors telling me that the data wasn't partitioned correctly and the phone wouldn't allow me to change it. So this is really good. This is what you want to be seeing. And it all matters what device you're using. You need to make sure that the model number matches the ROM. Right, that's done. Now, don't click reboot. Close that and install your NIC gaps. Okay, so it has already wiped the Delta cache. We're not going to worry about that. We're just going to click reboot and hopefully it worked. We'll know if it worked because it will tell us on the screen. It will load up with a completely new boot animation. So hopefully we do get that. Apparently this takes a while to load the first time, so we'll give it a chance. We'll put it down and let's give it a chance to load. Here we go. You can see completely different. It doesn't say Samsung anymore. Lineage OS is working. I'm going to give that time to load up and we will be back with the ROM loaded up. Okay, so it's installed. It worked. That's so cool. Cool. So you got to set it up, obviously. Make sure that's working. Obviously some code's missing. That's fine. We don't need it. Connect to the Wi-Fi. Right. It's going to want me to sign in potentially. I'm just going to skip up on restoring. Right. It's done. So we now have Android 14 running on this very old device and it's running very smooth. That's very, very quick. Probably quicker than I'd say the Note 9 is running the latest One UI. So it might even be running faster than this Note 9. Let's check. We'll load up camera together and see which one loads up faster. So Note 9 is actually a little bit faster. You see my cool setup I've got going here. And if we try the dialer, so I mean that was close. Let's try that again. A little bit faster on the Note, but very close. We're getting a few pings here telling me that Google Play service isn't working. We'll need to address that later on. Potentially just need to reflash the gaps, but overall it's looking pretty good. If we go into the settings, we can see our Android information here. Android 14. It's the latest Android for this phone, at least. Not quite the latest all up, but it's doing pretty good. And yeah, it's snappy, it's smooth, it's doing really well. So it really has rebooted this device. Like, this is an old phone and it's looking pretty good for what you've got. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Right, so it's up and running, it's doing its trick, it is working. Now, would I daily this phone right now? Probably not. I mean, Google Play services still isn't working, so I will need to figure out why that's the case, why it's not working. I might do an updated video later on if I can get it working. It is cool to see that this phone can run a newer version of Android and can revive it to a point. Whether you could use it as a daily or not, I don't know. But we've got it up to a better level than it was before. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Do you want to see another video like this? Do you want to see an update? Do you want to see me make this fully run, fix Google apps, make an updated video? Or are you happy with what we've done today? Let me know what you think down in the comments and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.